class. Welcome to Whipping 101. I'm your professor, Justin Robert Ezekiel Rathbone. And today we'll be going over the basic philosophy of whipping. And so go ahead and get out your notebooks. Get them out. And title it Basics of Whipping. Now what you're going to do, you're going to put your notebooks away because we're not going to write anything down. We just need to write that down just to say that we wrote stuff down. Now, there are two types of whipping. The first whip we have is the nasty whip. This is a full body movement which involves a lot of coordination and practice and can be very dangerous at sometimes. The second type of whip we have is the Snapchat whip, which is a very basic whip which I recommend for beginners because you're less likely to get injured with this type of whip. And it is also very entertaining to watch. Now, let's begin with the first whip, the nasty whip. The first whip we have is the nasty whip. To do this whip, you're first going to raise your left leg, leaning towards the right side. You can go like this, and all of a sudden, when the bass drops, you're like this. Now, I know that happened very... Excuse me, whipping can be very dangerous, as you can see. Now, as I said, raise your left leg, and then make sure your arm here is at a 90-degree angle, okay? Now, for some of you hefty fellas, this might be a little bit bigger here. I'm one of those hefty fellas, so as you can see. So, from here, you're going to make this into a bigger angle. Your arm is going to come across your body, and make sure that your arm and knee are parallel. And that's it. See, and make sure you don't do it too quickly, because you're likely to injure your hip flexor, or if you do too much wrist movement, you can tear the tendon in your wrist. Now, for the second type of whip, we have the Snapchat whip. Now, I have my BlackBerry here, and I'm going to show you what a Snapchat whip is. This whip is very basic. To do the Snapchat whip, you're going to go up to any person, object, or anything really, such as, well, let's pick something to whip in our room. I'm going to be whipping to my participation award that I received for the Geography bee in 8th grade. Now, this should be very quick, okay? I have just done my whip on my BlackBerry. I'm going to download it, and now I'm going to send it to my computer, and you're going to see it now. Now you have to be careful with the amount of Snapchat whips you upload, because if you post too much, you will receive something called a knife whip. Now the knife whip is not something we joke about. The knife whip is, I don't even know if I should show an example. I'll show an example just to show for the viewers here. Anybody that is under the age of 12, David, please look away. Now, I know that was tough to look at, but it's for the learning experience. Alright, class, this is all I have today for today's lesson. This is the basic fundamentals of whipping. This will be everything you need to get through your daily life. Remember, always help out a fellow friend who hits terrible whips. You know who you are. Now, if you have any questions, please contact me on Twitter. My username is @RathboneJustin. I'll be answering all of your questions, and that is all for today.